Hello, Silk here. I'm here today to talk to you about a massively multiplayer online action RPG called Tree of Savior. Developed by IMC Games and headed by Haku Kim, Tree of Savior is considered the spiritual successor to the much-beloved Ragnarok Online. A big deal after the relatively underwhelming Ragnarok Online 2. Many fans have been waiting for upwards of 7 or 8 years to get something like Ragnarok Online, but nothing's really come close. Not for the features that many of us loved anyway. With heavy RO inspiration, this goes back to the old school, with grinding, multiple classes, and depthy combat customization. It also borrows from new tactics to entertain players, like a main questline and minigames. But probably the most noticeable feature and the biggest callback to Ragnarok Online is the graphics. Magi is the main artist. You may know her work from Granada with Spada. She took great care to add excessive detail to the characters, and because of that, they're able to match seamlessly with their 2D backgrounds. Tree of Savior's old-school isometric camera angle helps with that as well. Europop and electronica DJs were also brought in to the sound team, especially Soundtemp from Ragnarok Online, a callback that is going to make a lot of people happy. Tree of Savior features 8-directional movement and a jump. You can relate it quite closely to Ziu, Diablo, and other old-school brawlers. It's still a skill and stat-driven RPG, so even though you'll be using your reflexes, just as much you'll be using the build of your character to fight. Tree of Savior features 80 plus classes. You start as a swordsman, archer, wizard, or cleric. From there, you can move down a web of classes, one for each job tree. For example, let's start with the wizard. Each wizard comes equipped with 5 skills. All 5 of those skills can grow to level 5. The wizard class level can go up to 15, like all classes in Tree of Savior, and class level is separate from character level. At class level 15, you can grow into the next rank of the wizard class tree. If you choose to go wizard once again for your second rank, you'll gain 1 new skill, which can go up to 5 levels, and all of your old skills can now be risen to level 10. If you want to try something different, you can gain 4 new skills that go up to level 5 on either the Cryomancer or Pyromancer class. You can rise up to rank 9 in Tree of Savior, but you can never choose a class from a rank that you've already been in. If you were to choose a Pyromancer, for example, you would never be able to choose a wizard again, and you would never be able to use a Cryomancer. There would be 2 new opportunities for you, the Linker and the Psychokino. If you were a wizard, and you chose wizard as your second rank, you do get another opportunity to choose a wizard once again. These are called circles, and every class can circle up to 3 times. You gain more and more power as you go through Tree of Savior, but more importantly, you gain new skills that you keep from every class that you've been. By the time you reach rank 9, you're going to have a plethora of skills from every class. This will, more importantly than adding to your strength, will add to your diversity as a character. Having played Tree of Savior, I can tell you, mostly you'll be killing things. There's a number of quests, and partying is sometimes necessary. If anything, I would call it nostalgic. At best, I call it social. There's something about the old grind that just brings people together. Sitting down and resting for a while by a bonfire, nothing feels quite like it. Tree of Savior is one of those games that's equal parts game and chat room. If you don't feel that way about it, it's still fun to spend some time grinding it out and trying out builds. I had fun talking with you all. I hope that you listen to me again. I'd like to do more on Tree of Savior, so stick around if you want to hear it. I'll be talking about other games as well eventually. Subscribe, like, comment below, and I'll be sure to make something just for you. Thanks.